My Tijuana tour. The name of my company is Tijuana Pipe Cleaners. Limpiadores de Pipa Tijuana. It also has a Hebrew name. I've got offices in Los Angeles, Tijuana, La Habana, Cuba, and Jerusalem, Israel. Now, I'm a specialist in the red light district. And people say, well, what's the meaning of the name of your business, Tijuana Pipe Cleaners? Well, it has at least two meanings, or a double entendre. The first one, obviously, that the people think about with Tijuana Pipe Cleaners in the red light district is they think about their body, their body being cleaned, the cleaning of the pipes. The orgasm is one of the best ways to clean your pipes. And in a society in which prostitution is illegal, which is the United States of America, it's very hard to get your pipes cleaned, because what you have to do is you have to convince a woman who's not a prostitute to get in bed with you, okay? And they advertise that in this country as somebody who actually has to have a lot of money to do such a thing. Understand what I'm saying? Well, now in Mexico, in Tijuana, like you said, it's $25 for the prostitute, and any working man can afford that. There's guys that go down from San Diego, bus drivers, who go down there in the morning, and they have their thing down there, and then they go to work.
The thing meaning the pipe cleaning thing?
Yeah, the pipe cleaning thing. Now let me get back to that, sir, because I told you about there's a double meaning or a double entendre to this Tijuana Pipe Cleaners. Well, the first thing you think about is your own, is cleaning the pipes of your body. Good. That's good for you. Now, there's the cleaning the pipes of the mind. Cleaning the pipes of the mind. That's what Mexico does for you. Because there's different, what I call, relations of production in Mexico. Every country has its own relations of production. This is basic Marxism. How do the people relate with each other in order to obtain the basic needs of life, which are the food, clothing, and shelter? Well, a lot of people go down on my Tijuana tour, and they feel very relaxed down there in Mexico because time is different. This is an altered state. It's better than any drug, Tijuana tour. It cleans out your mind and your body. You slow down there. You slow down and you take it easy. And you get relaxed and you get refreshed. And that way you're able to come back to the United States and you're able to participate in the economy in a better way. So I like to take my clients on the public transportation. A lot of times I meet strangers. And so obviously it's better for me from a safety point of view to take strangers down there in public transportation. I also do the car. But you understand is that part of the...
Wait, 1 second. You never stated your name.
Okay, yeah. My name, I have several names, sir. Now, my birth name is John Aaron Rabin. I'm Dr. John Aaron Rabin, MD, and I'm the chairman of the New Horizon Party, Partido Nuevo Horizonte. It also has a Hebrew name, Israel, Cuba, 2010, Bibi Perez Fidel. I'm doing Tijuana Pipe Cleaners ultimately because I'm a politician, and I believe in Mexico, and I believe in making this relationship between the United States of America and the United States of Mexico better. I want to improve that relationship. That's why my tour is free. I'm not doing it for money.
Is it really called the United States of Mexico?
That's correct. That's correct, sir. It's called the Estados Unidos de Mexico. And they obviously took it from us because they respect us. At a very deep level, they respect the United States of America. And their system, we can learn a lot
Because we supply them guns?
Well, we do. We do supply them guns, but you understand that people just want to make a profit. And so the gun makers say, oh, well, look what's going on in Mexico with all the cartel. That's a good market for our guns. I believe in free trade. Okay, well, the Mexicans can handle it with the guns. You understand, though, it's different, though, because we have something called a Second Amendment here. okay, which is stronger, I think, when it comes to the gun and the rifle than their system. They have a military dictatorship which is posing as a center-left regime, this AMLO Morena regime in Mexico City. This is a center-left regime.
Is that a paramilitary group?
Well, it's not paramilitary, it's military, because they're the defense secretary of Mexico. His name is Sandoval, and his hometown is Ensenada. He's the one that's really in charge. If you watch the Mañanera, and I recommend to the party and the people and the masses and the proletariat to watch this Mañanera every morning on YouTube. You can watch it. You just on your YouTube search bar, you put in AMLO, A-M-L-O, put in Mañanera, which is M-A-N-A, which is the N with the little curvy line on top, A-N-E-R-A. And it'll say Mañanera Hoy, which is today's Mañanera. He has them every weekday in the morning. Now you can watch this and learn a lot about Mexico, about the Mexican federal government. Okay, now that's happening in Mexico City, and like I said, it's become a military dictatorship which is posing as a center-left regime. This is why AMLO keeps on saying in Spanish that the Mexican soldier is never going to be a traitor to the country. He's worried about it because when you have a militarized regime like that, you'll see this on the Tijuana tour because they're going to have military. They have military in the streets there. Now I have 55 years experience in Tijuana because I grew up on the border in San Diego. And when I was growing up, it wasn't militarized like that. It's been militarized since the Calderon regime in 2008. And they outwardly are saying that they're militarizing in order to fight the cartels.
But they're military. They got the military there in order to move the drugs, right? Protecting the
You're
drugs.
exactly right, sir. Yeah, you're exactly right. It's very cynical. Oh, well, we're fighting the cartels. It's bullshit. When you go down there, you're going to see the tanks on the street and the military, and you see the cartel, and they're both going about their own business. They're both going about their own business. Okay? So, hola, buenas tardes.
What's that? Do it.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, it's good. It works out.
yeah.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right. Go on. Buenas tardes. So, yeah, you see that down there, TJ. You'll see the tanks on the streets and the soldiers in the streets.
Are these U.S. supply tanks?
Well, it's a good question. I wouldn't be surprised if they're Chinese supply tanks, frankly, because like I said, the Chinese have taken control of your neighbor Mexico. This is a problem for you as Americans. And why? Because it has to do with what are called illegal commodities, right? Which are, number one is fentanyl, and there's also crystal meth, and there's marijuana, and there's cocaine. The major problem for the United States is this fentanyl because people overdose very easily on fentanyl. I'm a doctor, so I know about this. It's very dangerous.
I heard if you sell fentanyl in Mexico, it's punishable by death if you sell it in Mexico.
Well, sir,
I heard that's for export only. I heard you only can export the fentanyl to America.
well, this is what AMLO claims, the Mexican president. He says, oh, well, why are you blaming us for fentanyl when you guys are the buyers of it? You know, it's a supply and demand issue, right? There's a demand. See, I know you and I have the same taste. We're going to have a good time down there in Mexico. Because this is the difference between the Mexican woman and the American woman. All right? Now, the American woman, she walks around dressed like a prostitute, right? But you can't, if you interact with her like she's a prostitute, you get in trouble, right? Now, what you can ask yourself, why does the American woman dress like a prostitute? Why does your wife dress like a prostitute? Ask yourself that question. You know, John, I'm the psychiatrist, right? John, my wife is dressing like a prostitute. And I'll explain it to him easily. I say, sir, what you're doing in the marriage and the family situation is you're taking surplus value off of your wife and you're not paying her one goddamn cent, right? I mean, I ask him, I say, well, look, what's the difference between a wife and a prostitute?
The wife doesn't take money?
Excellent, sir. See, you're smarter. You're smarter than most of them. Yeah, one of them's paid, and one of them's not paid for the same task. They're both doing the same thing, right? Let's take a look at the blowjob, right? Here, your wife's giving you a blowjob. Are you paying her for it?
Not directly.
No, you're not. Yeah, right. So, the family unit is a different kind of economic unit. Okay. And, well, yeah, see, I'm glad you like that too. And you know, the thing is, we can get that so easily there. The Mexican is really outstanding quality. Don't let anybody fool you. You know, now it's different because down there, you can't walk around, for instance, with a joint in your hand.
That's taxable, huh?
Well, yeah, it's taxable directly because what happens is that the police is gonna pull you over, okay, and then he's gonna ask for a bribe, okay. And I tell my clients, I say, what you do down there in Mexico is different. You're gonna have cash around your neck in a neck pouch. This is the best way to travel in Mexico is with the neck pouch. You have your cash and your cards there in your neck pouch, and it's hidden away down there. It's there's a saying that says if you don't see it, then it doesn't exist. If the Mexicans see something, they're going to try to take it from you. You know, this applies to your car, your flashy jewelry. I say, don't bring any flashy jewelry down there. You know, yeah.
Not even an earring?
Your earring, they could potentially tear your, you know what I mean? You're gonna lose your earlobe's gonna be torn.
Jeez.
Okay, all right, so that's the disadvantage of Mexico. Now the advantage is that they're gonna teach you how to slow down. You know, the American needs to slow down. And when I see an American rushing around, I say, well, are you a Russian? Because I'm an American. You know, Americans are slow to pick up on things, which is okay. You know, Americans have good heart. You know, better than the Eurasia states right now. You can look at the Ukraine-Russia war, for instance, and see that they have no heart. These are white people that are killing white people in Russia, Ukraine, right? The races that are not white.
One second.